Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Wait, let me add the comments. Good evening, guys. So, listen, tonight is going to be the definition of you going to learn today because we're talking about business corporate cards. Get your notebook, get your pen because this is a live free workshop, okay? And so I'm super excited, guys. Let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. I love for these workshops to be interactive. You guys say hello, let me know where you're from. If you have questions as I'm sharing this information, let me know. My goal is to educate and empower you. And to be honest with you, so many of you that have been following me for a long time, some of this information is going to be review, but actually a lot of the information I'm going to share tonight about corporate cards is going to be new, even for some of my vets who have been following me for a while, because I have never, somebody say ever, I have never done a workshop before specifically about corporate cards. And there is a big disconnect in the information, and even just what's provided, the difference between business corporate cards and business traditional credit cards. So we're going to talk about it today. So y'all let me know. Hold on. Can you see me okay? Can you hear me okay? Are you excited? Say hello to me in the comments. For everybody who's watching this live, kudos to you for getting on here and learning right before the holiday. We are leveraging to build wealth. And for everybody who's going to be watching the replay, you're going to have to rock with us. Hello? Are you from Philly? Hold on. Hey, Tanya. Hello, Tanya from Philly. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. One of my Philly Jones is in the building. Hey, Tanya, I'm so happy you're here. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. All right, y'all. So let me and make sure y'all like this for me too. Hey, look at Camille. Hey, love. Look, I just saw you. I just saw you on Facebook. I'm so glad that you're here. And I will be seeing you soon. Look at Wealth on Water. Come on, somebody. All right, so let's jump right in. Hold on because I know y'all got things to do, but none of my wealth warriors, none of my wealth warriors, y'all not going to be out shopping, spending all your money. I'm gonna get y'all at the end, right? Philly Jones. All right, no, I'm gonna be good. We're gonna learn today. All right, so business, business corporate cards. You said hello from Texas. Hello, Texas. We're so happy that you're in the building. Good. Are y'all excited to learn about this information tonight? Some of you guys are going to actually qualify literally when we get off of this workshop. But the biggest thing, and let me say this right here, the biggest thing that I find with business corporate cards is that there's a lot of differences between the different cards and what they provide. And a lot of entrepreneurs don't know how to use them correctly. So you get into trouble. And so I use my business corporate cards a specific way to look, y'all leaning closer, to travel for free. If you would like to travel for free, somebody put free in the comments. Look, I'm going to tell y'all exactly, I'm about to outline exactly how I do it with business corporate cards. Travel for free. If you would like to travel for free, put free in the comments. All right, so business corporate cards. And so what are we going to cover tonight? Tonight we're going to cover the difference between business corporate cards and traditional business credit cards. We're going to cover how to use a corporate card, right? What are the benefits? We're going to cover what you need to qualify, and I'm going to actually give you a couple of corporate card options. All right, so hold on one second. So let me see. Look, who said free? Look, come on, Tanya said free. Camille said free. Hold on, this is Doodle, am I saying your name? Express said free and home. We have one. What is it? Because I owned an LLC since 2017. I have articles of incorporations. I am registered with the Secretary of State number, whole 9 years, but I have no business credit cards. I got you covered. You are in the right. You're in the right place. So you said help. Get your notebook and get your pen because I'm going to cover all those things tonight, right? And so what you need to qualify now. Who is this workshop for? If you're a brand new business owner or have a brand new side hustle, this workshop is for you. If you are a startup, and mind you, for business credit, a startup is 1 to 5 years. This workshop is for you. But for many of you, you fall into this category, right? Just like Kevin, that you guys have a business already, but you have not built business credit and you have not been able to leverage business credit. Guys, one of the things I put in this, one of the things I put in this workshop that I want you guys to pay attention to is even what to do when you get denied and some of the next steps, because many of you can get this any kind of denial overturned and overturned quickly when it comes to business credit. So we're going to cover all of that. And we're going to actually just jump right in. So guys, let me get right here. I want you guys to understand it's very, very, very early in the workshop. Okay. Somebody put early in the comments. Early. We're going to teach tonight. This is a workshop. Okay. Business corporate cards and traditional business credit cards. So a business corporate card is EIN only credit. That means it's in your business name, your business EIN, and it reports to the business credit bureaus. Another thing about business corporate cards is that they are 99.99999% of the time a soft inquiry or no inquiry at all on your personal credit. So you will not, somebody put not, you will not get a hard inquiry when you have business corporate cards, okay? Now, traditional business cards, what do I mean? A traditional business card, well, let me give you an example of a corporate card. A business corporate card example is Bill, which is now Divvy, is Ramp, is Torpago, is Brex. I'm going to go over is Capital on Tap, not Capital One. Those are business corporate cards. Put this right here. Those are business corporate cards. I need you guys to hear me. But for business, traditional business credit cards, right? You may have a business Bank of America, a business Wells Fargo, a business Chase, a business Citi, a business Navy Federal Credit Union, right? Those are traditional business credit cards, meaning that they're from a traditional lender, but they give you business funding. Sometimes those are a hard inquiry. Are y'all listening to me? Sometimes they do report to personal and to business, and they have very, very, very different requirements for getting approved. Traditional business credit cards, guys, are a lot of times they're still going to look at your personal credit scores. So even though it's business funding, then they still want you to have 680, 700 and above for some of them. Whereas the business corporate cards, right? I'm going to be saying them both like this so you guys can understand the difference. That's why this is a workshop. Somebody put workshop in. Is it okay if I, look, Camille, Tanya, is it okay if I teach tonight? I'm about to teach tonight, right? This is a workshop, not a video, not a reel. Y'all make sure y'all like this for me. I'm teaching tonight some of the things that has you guys confused. That a business traditional credit card is going to a lot of times look at your credit scores, whereas a business corporate card sometimes won't care about your personal credit at all. They will still look at some business credit, and they're heavily looking at business funding. Like you said, teach. Look, come on, teach tonight. Teach tonight. Come on, Camille. I'm going to teach you all tonight. Good, good. So, guys, did that make sense? Did that dispel some myths for you right there? Because there's a lot of information. You said workshop, right? Did that dispel some things right there? Because people use, well, look, let me set my, look, already for all my newbies, hey, y'all, hey, for all my vets, y'all already know. When I sip my water, that means I'm about to say something inappropriate. That's why you see all these videos from these content creators who are not really business coaches and may not have a financial background. They're just making videos and there's a regurgitating information they don't know about. They're using the terms interchangeably. That is very wrong. A corporate card is very, very different than a business traditional credit card, okay? That's the reason why I'm doing this workshop, because my goal is to educate you, okay? So corporate cards and traditional business credit cards, they both have pros and cons. They both have pros and cons. A lot of times it can be easier to qualify for a business corporate card, especially if you do not have personal credit. However, the repayment terms are going to be different, okay? And so let me bring this back a little bit because I see some newbies on here. And so for all my vets, y'all already know, but for the people who are brand new, okay, I am not a YouTuber. I am not an influencer. I am a real business coach who had a consulting firm for many years before I even had my YouTube in 2020. But more importantly, I purchased my first house at the age of 21. I've been completely self-employed since a self-employed entrepreneur since the age of 38. And I used to work for TransUnion. I'm one of the only people that teaches consumer and business credit that actually worked for a credit bureau. Now, why am I sharing that? I am not sharing that to talk about myself. I'm not sharing that to give you a resume. I'm sharing that to let you know that I teach a different way. I don't gatekeep because I have over 20 years of experience and I've been doing this since before YouTube even existed. So my goal is to really dispel some myths for you and also to educate you. Okay. I've been doing this for a long time. Now, why am I talking about business credit cards and corporate cards tonight? Because 95, look, somebody put 95. 95% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It's like our friend who said help, right? In the first 5 years. And one of the main reasons is because of a lack of capital. So my goal is to help give you guys some nuggets, even about where to go to get the money, how to use the money. Come on, 95. I need y'all to be interactive tonight. Come on, somebody, right? 95%. I'm trying to give you guys also some tips about what you need to qualify so you guys can have access to capital. Now, let me say this right here. And I need y'all to get this. Allison said this the last time. Like you said, 95% of businesses fail the first 5 years. And one of the main reasons is because of lack of capital. Look, Camille said, come on, somebody. One of our wealth leaders. Camille, I can't wait to see you soon. I'm so happy that you're here. All right. So one of the things I really want to say to you guys is that I want you to get in your spirit. This is a workshop. Is you would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Let me explain. So I'm gonna use Camille as a Camille. Can I use you? Can I use you as an example today? Will you play along with me? Because I know Camille, right? And so Camille is one of our wealth warriors and also went to Wealth on Water Mastermind, a thriving entrepreneur businesswoman who is building her brand. And so this is where, guys, Camille has a business. Let's say that right now her business is cash flowing. Right now, you said we gotta talk about that. All right, you said right now the business is cash flowing. She has access to everything that she actually needs. Right now is the time to get revolving, guys. Revolving trade lines. Why? Because revolving trade lines, when you get them, there's no payment due unless you use them, as opposed to installment trade lines, which are loans. If I get a 50, I need y'all to hear me right here. Okay. I'm teaching. If I get a $50,000 loan, whether I have gotten ROI or increased money in my business, immediately that next month, there is going to be a payment due. There's going to be a payment due every single month. That's why it's called installment. One payment every single month, period, as soon as you're approved. And that is going to be a burden on Camille because she may not have gotten a return on investment yet from that actual money. Whereas if Camille gets a $10,000 credit card, a corporate card, $20,000 corporate card, $10,000 corporate card, $50,000 corporate card. She has 3 corporate cards. Let's say she got them approved. They're in her business name, sitting on her business credit reports, but she doesn't need them until in 3 months when she buys a car in her business name to actually start renting out, or she invests in a business coach or a business mastermind that's going to bring her back more money. Those months that money is sitting, no payment is due. So I put no in the comments. No payment is due. So with revolving trade lines, you can have them, you can get approved for them, and you can have them, but you do not pay any money, no money until you actually use the cards. And this has helped actually a lot of our wealth warriors, because we have some people that when everything was good, business was cash flowing, they got their business credit cards, and then business went like this, and then they needed some money, and they had access to over $70,000 to pay for their website, to pay for their hosting, to pay for their virtual assistant, to pay for their marketing. It was a blessing. It was able to carry them through the months where they didn't have as much revenue. Does that make sense, guys? And so you would rather have it than not need it than need it and not have it. Okay. And I'm going to talk a lot tonight about Bill. They used to be called Divvy. Now, why? And there's a lot of different corporate cards out there. All corporate cards are not created equal. They have different requirements, different rewards and cashback, different repayment terms. I only talk mostly about brands that are like I know, like, and trust, and that have been around for a while. So I talk about Divvy/Bill a lot. They used to be called Divvy. Now they're called Bill because they are an industry leader in corporate cards. And the other thing is they're a little bit easier to get than the other corporate cards. Have you learned something already? If you learned something already, put yes in the comments, guys. And mind you, I know it's the night before. Y'all supposed to be cooking. Oh, but y'all know I'm a horrible cook. So I'm about to be cooking tonight. I'm a horrible cook, and I don't even like to cook. So I'm on here teaching tonight. I ain't cooking nothing. Sorry, not sorry. Right. And so So that's why you're going to hear me use Bill Divvy. Well, they used to be called Divvy, another called Bill. You're going to hear me talk about Bill a lot tonight. Look, come on, somebody. You're going to hear me talk about Bill a lot tonight because they are an industry leader, so a trusted corporate card. Let me just say, I wasn't going to say. All right, I'll say this right here. I won't say the company's name. There's another corporate card that I used to talk about sometimes, and they literally changed their whole business model, and now they don't even have corporate cards anymore. So Divvy/Bill has been around for years and years and years, and they're still providing corporate cards to companies. Nugget right here. For all my newbies, I drop nuggets through the entire workshop. Nugget right here. Business credit is fluid. Business credit is not regulated. It is their right to take away and add products. It is their right to take away and change the terms. So that's why I tend to, especially for business credit, only endorse and talk about trusted brands that have been around for many, many, many years and have good reviews and have helped thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of entrepreneurs across the USA. Okay. And so you're going to hear me talk about Divvy a lot. Bill, Divvy, Bill. All right. So what you need to qualify, and this is going to help. Who was our friend that said he needed help? Well, here, y'all know I don't have my glasses on. Hold on. Our friend that said he needed some help. For everybody though. Right. Hold on. So, that was Kevin. All right. So for Kevin, guys, for all of you, remember, you said, I'm learning, keeping it coming. Okay, good. Guys, always remember the 3 C's of credit. It is my goal in a workshop to simplify things for you so you can stop being overwhelmed, stop being frustrated, and also stop getting scammed by all these quote unquote experts that are telling you a bunch of nonsense. So always remember, for all business credit, especially business corporate cards and credit cards, and in also lines of credit, the 3 C's of credit. This is the foundation of what they will use to approve you, what they will look at. So depending on the lender, they're going to look at credit, personal and or business credit. And what did I say before? A lot of times for traditional business credit cards, they're looking heavily at your personal credit scores. Whereas though with corporate cards, they could be looking at your business credit more. They're also looking at cash flow. Do you have deposits coming into your business bank accounts monthly? And then sometimes for business corporate cards, I need y'all to hear me. For business corporate cards, nugget right here, write this down. Business corporate cards have multiple ways to approve you. Whereas a lot of times with business traditional credit cards, they will just look at your personal credit scores and a lot of times also look at your business revenue. But for business corporate cards, hey, Arthur, another one of our wealth warriors in the house. Hey, Arthur, they just sent you the email tonight for your he won. Also, Arthur's one of our Patreon wealth warriors, and he won a contest, and he is going to have a one-on-one coaching strategy call with me. And so my team sent you the email. Let me know if you got it, Arthur. So with business credit cards, that they'll look at your credit scores, but business corporate cards, there's more ways to qualify you. And a lot of times they'll also consider if you have collateral. Now, let me say one thing right here about the business corporate cards and traditional cards. Let me go back for a second. One of the biggest, somebody put biggest in the comments. One of the biggest differences between business corporate cards and business traditional credit cards is the repayment terms. Most business corporate cards work like an American Express. I need y'all to hear me. This means if you have a $50,000 corporate card limit and you charge $10,000, come on, one of the biggest differences is the repayment terms. Guys, write this down. If you're taking notes, you must remember this because you will get yourself into trouble. They work like an American Express. So if you have $50,000 and you charge $10,000, $10,000 will be due in 30 days. Did you hear me? Now, some people are like, well, why would I want that? Oh my gosh. Well, you don't that's why you have corporate cards, you have multiple cards, and you have business credit cards and other things. That's why you pay attention, because maybe you have a contract coming in, or maybe you have a grant coming in, or maybe you have something that somebody owes you, there's an invoice is about to be paid. So it does work a lot of times, but you just don't max it out if you don't have the money to pay it back. And to be honest with you, look, let me set my water on this one. Everybody acts like that's so outrageous, but American Express works the same way. You look. You said I learned that. Camille said I learned. Camille said look. I appreciate you being honest, y'all. This is a workshop. We're going to be interactive. Please make sure you like this. That's a great way to support me and the brand because I'm on here Thanksgiving Eve teaching. Right? I wasn't going to be cooking anyway though, but I have things I could do too. Not cooking ain't one of them. Right? I appreciate you being honest, Camille. And that's why I'm teaching now. Right? That's why I'm going over this. But people act like it's such a big horrible thing. No, you still want to have business corporate cards because I'm going to talk about later. But one of the benefits, guys, is having a revolving unsecured trade line in your business's name because then that helps you qualify for other business credit cards, other business fleet cards, other business retail cards, business lines of credit, equipment financing, term loans, micro loans. So strategy. Somebody put strategy in the comments. I'm very big on teaching not just the how to's, but to teach my entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, investors, small business owners, even if you have a side hustle, the strategy behind having a solid business credit profile, solid business credit scores to even help you. Maybe you have 3 business corporate cards and you don't touch them at all, but because you have a card on your business credit report for 10,000 and a card on your business credit report for 20,000 and a card on your business credit report for 50,000 because you have those 3 trade lines. Now when you go for the business line of credit for 100,000, they say yes. Strategy. So it is wise. That's why I went through revolving and installment. It is wise to still have business corporate cards, understanding they're going to build your business credit profiles and scores to qualify for other things. And it is still credit that's available to you, especially if you get into trouble and you need some money quickly. Got it good? All right, let me go back to so the 3 C's of credit. So they're going to qualify you based on credit, based on cash flow, based on collateral. Now, you do not have to be strong in all these areas. Kevin, pay attention here, right? Because you don't have to be strong in all these areas. If you have good credit but low cash flow, you can get some funding. If you have high cash flow and low credit, you can get some funding. What you can't do is have bad personal credit, no business credit, and no cash flow and expect to get funding, especially if it's unsecured. You said, I don't have any business credit help. And so did y'all hear what I said right there? Look, I don't have any business credit help. I got you covered. And some of you, mind you, let me say this right here. This is a workshop on business corporate cards, but some of y'all, I did 2 sessions today. I've been talking for hours and hours and hours a day with one of our entrepreneurs, Rachel, who's launching a car rental business, and another entrepreneur has a trucking business and a real estate business, and he's looking to scale. Guys, nugget, don't spend all your time learning how to build business credit and you spend 0 time on how to actually launch and scale the business. All of my business coaching strategy sessions, probably this last month, have been from business owners who are saying, I have a product, I have a service, I have no clients, I have no marketing, I have no conversion, I don't know how to get new customers. I need help with actually launching my business so I can generate revenue. We're in business to make money. So you still need a strategy about how is my business going to generate revenue. He said, man, take good notes, follow the steps, but make a move. Good, look, come on, somebody, Camilla, look, follow the steps, but make a move. Look, all the information in the world means absolutely nothing if you don't execute. So we're learning how to build business credit, but don't forget that's where cash flow comes in. That's what made me say this right here, right? Is that your business wants to be cash flowing. And the other thing I'll say right here, y'all need to hear this because this is a workshop, and I want this information to bless you, right? If you don't work on how your business generates revenue, you're going to get into trouble. I do have entrepreneurs I've helped get funding, and they'll get funding and they never took time to grow the business. So now they have all this funding and no new customers, no new clients, no conversions. I don't want you to get over leveraged. I don't want you to get in trouble where you have all this credit and you have no way to actually scale it. So Kevin said, hold on, what did you say, Kevin? Kevin said, all my personal scores are 730 or higher. Kevin, you should be, so you should be in our Patreon Wealth Warrior community, but you should be applying for our 680 program. And you probably can definitely get some business credit cards and business corporate cards if you have a 730. And the author said, yes, I got it. I just reapplied. Come on, come on, somebody. Good. All right. So that you're going to qualify in one of these areas. But the biggest thing right here, guys, is that you have to be strong in one. Somebody put one in the comments. You have to at least be strong in one of these areas. If you do not have credit, if you do not have cash flow, and you do not have collateral, then you need to watch the workshop I did last week on how to build business credit with the tier system and start with tier 1 accounts and vendor accounts and net 30 accounts while you're putting together a plan to build your business. But you only need to be strong in at least one. Now, mind you, if you're strong in more than one area, right, that's going to give you options. But you want to be strong in at least one. If you're not strong in any of these, and this is one of the reasons why you're getting denied. Okay. Now, who can build business credit? Everybody. Everybody can build business credit, even if you have a full-time job, even if you are not a completely self-employed entrepreneur. I actually recommend it. If you have a job, you have a career. Everybody is not meant to be a completely self-employed entrepreneur, but everybody is meant, let me say this, everybody is not meant to be a completely self-employed entrepreneur. Some of you have a career, you have a job, we need you there and you love it. But everybody is meant to build wealth. And so in this economy, if you're watching this live in 2025, we learned through COVID, we learned through all the things going on with politics, you need multiple streams of income. So have your job and build your business in the weekends, build your business on your lunch break, build your business in the evenings, build your business. I have people that have a 6-figure side hustle. How many of y'all would like a 6-figure side hustle? Put yes in the comments. Now they have a career, but their side hustle with books, their side hustle as a dog sitter, their side hustle doing makeup, their side hustle doing hair, their side hustle doing dating coaching, and their side hustle doing personal trainers. Their side hustle is making 6 figures on top of their salary, right? And so they're building business credit because they're building their legacy through multiple streams of income, even though they still have a full-time career. So everybody, and this is why I always tell you, build your business around something that you love. I love, look, shocker, I love to talk. So I am a business coach, a speaker, and now part-time YouTuber. Look, shocker, did y'all know I like to talk? For all my newbies, we're going to have fun while we learn. This is actually not even a long workshop, but we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun while we learn too. Oh, hey, Cheryl, look. Come on, somebody. Well, 4 years in the house. But build your business. The reason why I always say build your business around something that you love is because you're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. But when you're actually using your gift and doing something you love, it helps you stay consistent. It helps you not give up, okay? And so when we talk about Bill, what does it say? The corporate card that powers your business finances. And so one of the things I want you guys to learn right here is that there are different types of business corporate cards, okay? So there is the corporate credit card, and that just means that it's a corporate card and it's connected to your business credit account, usually like your business bank account. Okay, then there's a corporate charge card. This is the one that works more like a traditional business credit card, meaning that there may be a credit limit. And then when you charge it, they don't necessarily make the entire balance due in 30 days. Sometimes you only have to make a minimum payment. Like Cheryl said, hey, Cheryl, hey. All right, so that's a corporate charge card. And then there's a corporate prepaid card, which is just the same as like having like a secured card, right? That you have a card that's funded by your business revenue and the credit limit is equal to the amount you put on the card. So these are 3 different types of business corporate cards. They are all available in your EIN, but you use them a little bit of a different way. Okay, but this is the main thing, y'all. Whoo, child. Y'all ready for it? Y'all ready? Who wants a travel hack? Somebody put hack in the comments. Y'all ready for a travel hack? This is one of the reasons why I love my bill card. This is one of the reasons why I love corporate cards. This is one of the reasons why I don't care that the money is due in 30 days, that I have literally I have gotten flights for free, hotels for free. Y'all want to know a travel hack? Let me put this back over here. Look, y'all want to know a travel? I need some more. I don't think y'all want no travel hack. I don't know. Enough people didn't put hack. I don't know. Y'all playing tonight. Let me stop playing. A travel hack, guys, is the rewards. The rewards, the rewards. So this is strategy. If you like to travel, put yes in the comments. If you're somebody who likes to travel for personal and travel for business, guys, I travel and I'll actually do a lunch, I'll do a breakfast, I'll do a workshop just to make it a business trip so I can so I can write it off and use all my corporate cards. Okay. So this is the hack right here, guys, especially with business corporate cards, is that they have rewards. Look, you like to travel? You like to travel? Is their rewards, the rewards. So one reason, let me take this off real quick. One reason why I'm talking about Divvy so much is because of their cashback and rewards. Write this down. Even if I have a reel I'm going to put up, I think probably not tomorrow, maybe on Friday, about business travel cards. Guys, tell me if you guys want to workshop on business travel cards, but real quick, American Airlines has a business travel card. Delta has a business travel card. United has a business travel card. Southwest has a business travel card. JetBlue has a business travel card. Southwest, Spirit has a business travel card. Look, you say, yes, I love to travel. If you have a business or a side hustle, you say, yes, ma'am, let's travel. Okay. If you have a business, if you have an EIN, if you have a side hustle, there is literally no reason. Like you said, I need 2 or 4. Absolutely. There's no reason why you should not have a business credit card for the airline that you use all the time. And Hilton has a business credit card. Marriott has a business credit card. Whatever hotel chain you use all the time, you should have a business credit card. Whatever airline you use all the time, you should have a business credit card. Tonight, we're talking about business corporate cards. Why? Because you can use it for all of them. So I put all in the comments. You can use a business credit card for the airline. You can use a business credit card, the business corporate card for the airline. You can use the business corporate card for the hotel. You can use the business corporate card for the mastermind. You can use the business corporate card for the food. You can use a business corporate card for the travel. You can use the business corporate card for all of it. It's not designated for one thing, right? American Airlines credit card, I love it. I fly American, but I can only use it for the American Airline for American Airline flights, right? I'm not using it for other things. So it gives you the flexibility. But the cashback. So let me give you an example. I'm gonna use Cheryl since I'm gonna use Arthur since Arthur's on here now. And Arthur and Cheryl. So let me give you an example. Arthur is going on a business trip to go speak at an event. Okay, that it's going to cost Arthur to go attend an event. It's going to cost Arthur $3,000. Arthur has $3,000 in his business checking account right now because he was going to pay for the airline, he was going to pay for the hotel, he was going to pay for the Uber, for the car rental or whatever, right? He has $3,000. Instead of Arthur just using his business debit and paying for everything, Arthur has a business bill corporate card. Arthur puts the flights on his business corporate card. He puts the hotel on his business corporate card. He puts the car rental on his business corporate card. What did that do? That earned him points, rewards, and cash back. Now, he had the $3,000. I need y'all to hear me right here. He had the $3,000. So when the bill comes in 30 days, 60 days, or 90 days, he's able to pay it off in full because he had the money. But he used the corporate card. He got the rewards and the points. Then he paid it off in full. So that helped build his credit. He probably will get a credit limit increase with the business corporate card. But how about because he earned so much points and rewards, the next month he's coming out to Philly to attend a workshop and he needs a flight, but his cashback and rewards is now $500 or $1,000. So he just pays for it this time out of his rewards, out of his cashback. He uses zero of his own money. Y'all, don't miss it. I travel, I put it on my corporate card, the bill comes in, I pay it. I earn cash back and rewards. I travel, I put it on my business corporate card, I pay it, I get cash back and rewards. I travel, I use my business corporate card, I pay it, I get travel and rewards. Now the next flight, I'm just paying it out of my rewards or my cash back. The next hotel, I'm paying it, and literally I rinse and repeat and do it all over again. I've had entire hotels paid for free with my cash back and rewards. Entire flights paid for with my cash back and rewards. And the only thing I did, I had the money, is put everything on a corporate card, listen to me, that has cash back and rewards. Boom. Somebody say boom. Did that get a light bulb? I'm gonna go over the cash back and rewards. I'm gonna show you guys some of the options, but did that Did that raise? Can you guys think of how many times you used your business or personal debit card to pay for something and you could have actually put it on a business corporate card and earned 2 times, 3 times, 7 times, 5 times the cash back and rewards? I don't know how much money you're missing. If that was the aha moment and for somebody, put yes in the comments. Let me show y'all what I mean. Look, somebody said boom. When you get it, put boom in the comments. Some of y'all, your brain is still turning. If when you get it, put boom in the comments. Game changer. Look, boom, boom. Literally, guys. And so look at this. Do y'all see this? Look at this right here for Divvy. 7x on restaurants, 5x on hotels, 2x on reoccurring software subscriptions, 1.5x on everything else. Look, boom, 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 boom. 7x, 5x, and this is just an example. I just put examples on here for you guys to see the benefits of the business corporate card. So some of the benefits, especially for one like Bill that has so many cashback and rewards, and I will put their exact link in the comments and along with some of the other corporate cards when I repost this. Okay, guys, but it builds your business credit. It helps you qualify for other items. It has no hard inquiry. It does not report to personal, only reports to business. And you get cash back and rewards so you can qualify for free travel, free whatever it is you want to do, and also helps you qualify for other business funding. Y'all, did you learn something? Did you learn something already? We actually ain't even halfway done. Did you learn something already? Did you know that you did the cashbacks for 5x and 7x on this? You said like Eric used to say, look, like Eric used to say, mind blown. Y'all, when I learn this, all I do is nugget. Learn a strategy, execute, repeat. Learn a strategy, execute, and repeat. Put that in your notes. Learn a strategy, execute the strategy, rinse and repeat. First, you have a bill, then you have ramp, and then you have capital on tap, and then you have Brex, and then you're using them for travel, you're using them for mastermind, you're using them for business coaching, you're using them for things to grow your business, you're using them for things that you were going to use your money for anyway, and then it starts paying for itself. How many of y'all remember Cheryl, author, Camille, how I used to always say, the business funds the business, the business funds the business, the business will start to fund the business. My goal for this workshop is to show you guys full circle how that starts to happen. It starts to literally fund itself. And then mind you, because you're going to a business event or whatever, hopefully that event is going to then bring you back additional income, additional ROI is going to help you learn some things so you can continue to grow. So this is just an example, but what does it say? Earn points and maximize your rewards. Okay. So to qualify, some of the basics, and for everybody who has either been denied or you don't have any business credit yet, especially corporate cards, these are some of the basics. I'm going to go over more of this, okay? But your business in good standing, you need to definitely have an EIN, your business address matching everywhere. That means like, when I say matching everywhere, that means like the business address on your DUNS is the same as your business address on your business bank account. It's the same as your business address on your articles of incorporation, like when you look up your business being registered with the state, it's the same as your business address on your EIN. It's big for business credit. It's big for business credit. They will deny you just for a non-matching address, okay? Business license, if it's applicable, but look at the last two. You definitely must, somebody put must, you must have a business bank account. For business corporate cards, a lot of times they will put money in like your cashback and reward. So for example, I've used my card, use my card, use my card. It will show me, okay, you have $500 sitting in rewards points. It will say to me, guys, it has said to me, how do you want to use your rewards points? And I'll have the option to use it towards a bill. So say I have a bill coming up, I can put the $500 towards a bill. Or sometimes it will say direct deposit, where I can direct deposit this $500 of free money into my business checking account. You must, if you don't have one, that's one of your action items. You must have a business checking account. And for business corporate cards, what did I say? This is the other nugget right here for business corporate cards. They're not super concerned with your credit, but they do want to know that you have some revenue. Why? Because it's unsecured. If you default, they don't have any recourse to get their money back. So I'm going to give you an example. If you have a house, you don't pay your house, it goes into foreclosure, they take the house back. You have a car, you don't pay your car, they repo, they take the car back. With a business corporate card, they give you $10,000, you charge $10,000 and don't pay it back. They have no way to recoup their money. So they are looking to see that you have some revenue. Now, how much revenue is going to depend on the card, right? But they are looking to see that you have some revenue. So if that's the only thing, then you guys just need to work on a plan to get more clients and customers. So for your business blueprint, always be incorporated, have your EIN, have your business bank account, have your DUNS. And if you have been in business for a while, just make sure your business is in good standing. And guys, there are 21 people on this workshop. I would love, it would be a blessing to me and a help to me if everybody should have 21 likes on here if you've learned something, okay? And so for registering your business with the state, I like heavily, and I've used incorporate.com. Guys, this is a workshop, so I'm teaching, right? And so also Busy, they used to be Incorporate, they used to be Ink File. Guys, these are online services. Let me say this right here. I still see too many business owners that just have a website. That does not mean your business is incorporated. You just have a logo. That doesn't mean your business is incorporated. They just have an EIN. That doesn't mean your business is incorporated. You have to go through when you start getting to the big money. So I put big in the comments, right? We have people in Patreon that have gotten $40,000 to $80,000 credit lines on one corporate card, but they went through the steps correctly. What did I say? I'm going to tell you how to qualify. You must be incorporated, right? And this step is not hard. With incorporate.com and like Ink File, right? For the big money, the foundation needs to be right. Stop listening to these people who are telling you, you don't need that. They're not talking about big money. I'm talking about setting you up for 6 and 7 figures. Okay. So when you're talking about big money, they want to see the foundation is right. Incorporate.com and Busy, they are literally online services that specialize in small business formation. I am not an affiliate for any of them. I just like them. I use them. They're trusted. I've used them for a long time. They get it done quickly. I've had them do my 501c. I've had them do my LLCs. I've literally had an LLC incorporated, register with the state, have my articles of incorporation, have my seal, have everything in like 2 weeks with them. Sometimes 3 or 4 weeks, depending on what's going on with your state and your kind of business. Okay. So the biggest thing is they specialize. Guys, some of you attended this workshop. You can do this action item tomorrow to incorporate, and you can have your LLC by the end of the year to set yourself up by funding. Okay. For funding, you want to have your EIN. You want to go right to the IRS. Right. You are not paying anybody for your EIN. It is free. And you're getting your DUNS number and you're making sure it matches. You are not paying anybody for your DUNS. That is also free. Why am I going over these things? These are some of the things that you need to get approved for a business corporate card. So if there's anything on here that you don't have or anything you need to update, that's your action item to be able to get approved for a corporate card. Got it good? All right, and your fundability. So let me say this right quick. I'm going to go through the fundability checklist real quick, and then I just have some business corporate card options for you guys, and then I'll take some questions at the end, right? But literally, guys, for business corporate cards, they're looking at some things differently than some of the traditional business lenders. So you definitely want to look at this fundability checklist I'm about to share with you guys, because they are going to look at some of these things to approve you. What did I say before? They have multiple ways to qualify you. So that's why they're looking at different things, but it actually helps you because there are things you guys can do easy breezy. So I already talked about business address, having a website, having a business phone number, having a professional email. Sometimes I say social media, like if you don't have it, you want to have a website and or social media, but you just want to make sure that when you Google your business, something comes up. You do not want to, I mean this, you do not want to Google your business and nothing comes up. They look at you like, who's that? They not serious. And look, I've been good for a long time. You're not, like, if you don't have at least a website or a Yelp or a LinkedIn, maybe we do need to take it a little more serious if we want to get set up for the business, the business corporate cards. But they want to be able, so nugget action item, you Google your business and see what comes up. And if something does not come up, get some of these things. That way you have more data points. You have a digital, write this down, a digital footprint. That helps you get approved, especially for things like corporate cards. And would you say, Kevin? Hold on, hold on. I've got a website, I've got a DUNS number, I've got a business bank account. Tell me, without any business credit cards, which one should I go after first just to establish a business card? So what I would say, so I'm gonna go over some options with you. You can apply for all of them, to be honest, but remember, you since you have the business high business credit scores, you can try them because they're soft inquiries. To be honest, you probably can also apply for business traditional credit cards. But what I will say is that you want to have some revenue coming in. So for corporate cards, you want to have so you have all the business structure, but nugget, what is your business? How do you get clients and customers? I'm a personal trainer and I have a Zoom workshop and they hire me for this. I'm a business coach and people hire me for consultations. Your business needs to have some kind of revenue for corporate cards, or you want to go with the tier system and get some tier accounts first before you go to that, right? You said strategy. Yes. Okay. And so you want to have all these things in place. Now, what if I get denied? When should I apply? Right into what Kevin said. What if you get denied? Guys, the biggest thing, let me say this right here. The biggest thing I love, let me put love about business corporate cards. Put love in the comment, is that it's no hard inquiry or a soft inquiry. So when should you apply? Now. The worst thing they could say is no. Look, Kevin, apply now. Camille, apply now. Cheryl, apply now. Right? Dual Express, apply now. Right? You can apply now, because the worst thing that will happen is that they're either going to say yes or they're going to say no. And if they say no, find out. This is the nugget. I need y'all to really, really, really do this. The thing that I love, is if you get denied, ask the reason why. Stop. Oh, this burns me up, y'all. I got denied. Well, why'd you get denied? Oh, well, I don't know. Well, how are you going to fix it if you don't know why you got denied? I've had people literally get denied and not find out why, and then later on go back after they heard from me. And I was like, no, find out why. Oh, they need to verify my ID. So I sent them my driver's license and now I got approved. But had they not asked why, if you get a letter, you get an email, you pick up the phone, you send an email. Why did I get denied? Oh, because you sent 1 month worth of bank statements and we need 3 months. Oh, because your business phone number doesn't match that you gave in your application doesn't match on your DUNS. Oh, because your address in your business bank account doesn't match the EIN. And then you go and update the business address in your bank account and they overturn it and approve it. Y'all, some things, sometimes for business credit, y'all get denied for this. Might put small in the comments, the small things. Look, an ID. Yes, Cheryl. The person was like, oh, stop. I get people in my comments. I got denied for that. It wears me out so much. I don't even bother with it no more, because I'm like, Jesus, I'm trying to be nice. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, we have to take accountability and responsibility. That means you are a leader. Maybe a leader of a lot, maybe of a leader of a little bit. But if you're an entrepreneur, the essence of being an entrepreneur is being resourceful. Always ask why. Literally, the only thing that they forgot to do is they didn't attach their ID. So they were denied. But had they not went back and just asked, they would have been completely denied. But I said, no, find out the reason why. And the person was like, well, I got this, got that. I don't know why I'm not denied. I said, I don't know why you were denied either. Did you ask them? No. Ask. Sometimes it's something that you can fix. Look, it's the small things. Some of y'all get denied for the small things. If I got denied for my address not matching on my EIN and my business bank account, well, I know strategy. It's going to take a long time for me to maybe update my address with my EIN, because the IRS doesn't move fast. But I know for updating my address on my business bank account, I can log into my online banking, update a couple of things that can be updated almost immediately. Come on, somebody. Kevin said, 40, you use 6 figures a year. I have a recording studio and I'm an audio engineer. So you need to be invested in this session so we can talk about what you need to do. But you should, based on what you're saying, Kevin, you shouldn't have, if you have all those things together and you have 700 plus scores and you're earning over 6 figures, to be honest with you, I'll be having an appointment with my small business banker to find out what options they have available in addition to getting the business corporate cards. You should have some options. And nugget right here, Kevin, if I'm somebody who's into music, because I have a lot of people that are into music that work with me. Actually, somebody in the music industry worked with me earlier today. I had a session. And also like podcasters and so forth. You can use business funding for like equipment, studio time, marketing, advertising, mics, lighting, videographer. The possibilities are endless. You said, I remember I had expired driver's license and couldn't get a bank account. Yep. See, so sometimes it is the thing. It is things like that. And we just have to update it and then go back and get it. Good, good, good. Thank you. Thank you for being transparent, Camille, because sometimes it's the small things. Okay. So when should you apply? Apply now, especially for corporate cards because it's a soft inquiry. What if I get denied? Find out the reason why so you can go back and fix it. Look, dropping nuggets, dropping nuggets, dropping nuggets. Find when should you apply? Now. If you get denied, find out the reason why so you can go back and fix it. Okay, 2 simple action items. Now, for Bill, they also have expense management system. I love this. It comes with the actual card. It's going to help you with your expenses, help you with your cash flow, help you with transparency. And they actually can even help you with like your accounting and stuff. And when you're doing your taxes at the end of the year. And so another thing with Bill specifically is no annual fees. Guys, this is the thing with a lot of the cards. Let me tell you guys another. There's no, one of the things like business corporate cards and traditional cards. How many of y'all know that sometimes the business traditional credit cards like the AMXs, the Chases, they will have 100, 200, 300, 400. I've seen $600 annual fees. That's why when y'all come to me like, what about this fee? I'm like, but y'all pay 600, 400, 300. Annual fee for these cards. These corporate cards have no annual fee. A lot of them even have no interest. Why? Because if they work like American Express, you actually charge the card. You have the money, then it comes in. Look, you said, look, look, Platinum AMX. Come on, somebody, right? You pay you charge the card. The bill comes in. You pay it in full, 0 interest, 0 annual fees, right? What did I say before? There's pros and cons to everything. There's pros and cons to everything, right? And so Bill is one of the ones that has no annual fee. Now the process, right, for any of the corporate cards is that you literally, what did you say? You said $695 annual fee. Look, $695 annual. Look, that's the cost of a strategy session for me to help you, for me to help you scale and grow your business. Well, at 50% off. Come on, somebody. This is why when people talk to me about the fees, nugget right here. There's always a cost to do business. Traditional banks charge you. They charge you APR. They charge you annual fees. They when you buy a house, you have closing costs. There is always a cost to do business. Okay. So the process to apply for a business corporate card and or a business well, for any of the business corporate cards, to be honest with you, is you're first going to go ahead and apply online, right? There's no, what does it say? No impact to your credit. And then once you are approved, you're going to activate your cards. But if you're not approved, you're going to find out the reason why. And then the last thing is start using your cards, right? You can have virtual and you can have physical cards. That's the other thing right here. Let me say this right here. Guys, one thing I like about the virtual card, the business corporate cards, is they'll give you virtual cards and they'll give you physical cards. So let me explain. I am also into real estate, and so for example, I know some of you guys. Look, hold on. Look, Kevin. Look, Camille said, Kevin, you have so many options. Schedule a session with her for a strategy build out. Kevin, join our Patreon, or I'm going to post the links because I would be happy. I would be happy to help you. I would be happy to help you, but you do have a lot of options. And thank you for participating, everybody, right? Because it's for all of us to learn. Oh God, I forget what was I? Hold on. What was this last thing? Oh, dag, I lost it. It'll come back to me. Sorry. Oh, virtual. There we go. Real estate. Let me go back. So some of my people like Camille, some of my other wealth warriors, you guys are doing real estate and stuff too. So guys, what I've done before is I've given my contractors virtual cards with limits. This is the way I control spending. So let's say, I have a roofer and I have a plumber and I have an interior designer, somebody who's staging the property. I can give my plumber a business virtual card for my corporate card. I can give my roofer a business corporate card, virtual card. I can give my interior designer a virtual card, right? And I can set the limit. This person has 3,000. This person has 5,000. This person has 10,000. Nugget. I've also done this with my team. I've done speaking events where I have my team and my team like has gone with me, but instead of me having to micromanage them, here's your virtual card. You use this for your food. You use it for your flight. You use it for your car. Here's your virtual card. Here's your virtual card. Y'all, and it's all connected. I control the spending limits. I control, so I don't have to worry about them giving me receipts. And y'all get, so I put game changer in the comments. This is a way for you to have transparency with your business, control spending, and not have to give out your business routing number, business bank account number. Like you said, I would love that link to join for the one-on-one strategy session. Oh yeah, absolutely. I got you. I'm gonna post it in this, and it's actually 50% off right now, and it's for soon. You said, whoa, virtual cards. Yes, does that make sense, y'all? Game changer, game changer, game changer. So you have flexibility. So Chase isn't going to do that. American Express isn't going to do that. But with the corporate cards, guys, I'm going to share with you guys a couple of options. You get a physical card, and you can choose to give your people virtual cards or give them physical cards, guys. And so I've done that, and that way I don't have to worry about anything. And you can cut them off. You can activate, like say somebody no longer works for you, discontinue the card. That's it. Okay. And so some options besides Divvy. So guys, pay attention to this one too. One of my second favorite ones is Capital on Tap. Write that down. It is not Capital One. Somebody put not in the comments. It is not Capital One. Capital on Tap. They give everybody $20,000. Almost everybody that applies has gotten $20,000. I don't know what it is about that limit, but everybody gets $20,000. It is not Capital One. I literally did a video on them, I think a couple of years ago, to be honest with you. And somebody was like, Capital One denied me. And I thought to myself, I put in the comments, Capital on Tap. I said in the video, Capital on Tap. I said in the title, Capital on Tap. And somebody still went to Capital One. Capital on Tap is a business corporate card. Business corporate card. Okay. Now there's something else. There's something else unique about Capital on Tap. Y'all want to hear? This is another hack. Somebody put a hack in the comments. Capital on Tap is a business corporate card that has 2 repayment options that works a little bit differently than the other business corporate cards. Y'all want to hear a hack? This is why I always have them. I recommend them being in your umbrella. So Bill, aka Divvy, should be in your umbrella. Capital on Tap should be in your umbrella, right? Look, hack, nugget, hack. So they have an option, guys, when you apply for the Capital on Tap. Pay attention. When you apply for the Capital on Tap, it will ask you, what do you want your repayment terms to be? And you can choose like the traditional pay in full or 10%. Well, wait, Terry, what does that mean? That means instead of it working like an American Express, like the other cards, I charge $10,000, $10,000 is due in 30 days, right? Like American Express. Capital on Tap allows you to do an option where, let's say you charge $10,000, but only 10% will be due. They allow you to carry a balance more like our traditional business credit card. Boom! Somebody put boom in the comments again. Y'all, this is why I said to you, business credit, early in the workshop, I said business credit is fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. Different corporate cards work a little bit differently because it's not regulated. They're allowed to do that. And because a lot of it is fintech financing. Boom. I don't know why. And I was thinking to myself, like when I first did that application, I'm like, why would I ever choose pay in full when I can pay 10%? Look, come on, somebody. Boom. Come on, somebody. Boom. Come on, somebody. Boom. And so even if you do intend on paying it in full, I like to have the option to pay 10% and pay in full if I have it. But let's say I charge the money and say an invoice didn't get paid. Somebody was late. Say I had a slow month after that. I like the option to be able to pay the 10%. That way I don't damage my business credit. Nugget right here. You don't want to damage your business credit. You do not have a bunch of rights like the consumer laws. It is not really a thing, business credit repair. I had somebody ask me, can I have business credit repair? No. What you're going to probably have to do is get additional like tier 1 accounts and vendor accounts, because you don't have like, there's not like the fair trade commission for business credit. It's not like the Fair Credit Reporting Act. It isn't like a bunch of debt laws. It's business to business, not business to consumer. business to business. So you can't write a bunch of dispute letters. Look, come on, somebody. You said, boom. Come on, Robert. Boom. We almost done, y'all, right? And so you don't want to damage your business credit at all costs. You don't want to, because you have to start kind of from scratch, because or you'll be at their mercy if they want to work with you or not, because it's not regulated. So they don't have to work with you. Okay. So capital on tap is a business corporate card option. Let me go back. What did I tell you we were going to talk about tonight? The differences between business corporate cards and business traditional credit cards, what I've talked about all night. I said I was going to talk about the benefits of business corporate cards and how to use them when we talk about all night. And I said I also was going to give you what you need to qualify, which I've shared all night. And I'm also giving you what corporate card options. Y'all, if you've learned something, put yes in the comments. Put yes in the comments. Look, Kevin said, cool. I know that's right, Kevin. If you learned something, put yes in the comments, right? I'm teaching tonight, y'all. So capital on tap. The next one is this is which one is this? Hold on. Oh, this is Ramp. Ramp is a business corporate card. And you said I learned a lot. And so guys, I'm putting them in order. So Nugget, all these corporate cards have a soft inquiry. That blessed my soul. You said I'm learned a lot. Thank you so much. Is it Donnell? Thank you so much. That blessed me today. Okay. And so, because that's my goal. And so you said, what did you say? You said, yes, ma'am. You better teach. Come on, somebody. All right, good. So let me see. So all the business corporate cards, guys, are usually a soft inquiry. Divvy is a little bit easier to get than the other ones. Capital on tap is a little bit easier. So I'm listing a couple of options that are reputable, credible options. You said, what do you say? You said, I've been here for 10 minutes and I learned a lot. I know that's right, Robert. Come on, somebody. Welcome, Robert. Right. Gotta rewatch the right. Yes, absolutely. And so, but for Brex and for some of the other ones, the reason why how many of y'all have seen people talk about Brex all day long? I have never, ever done a single video about Brex. Why? Because the fine print says you need $200,000 in revenue to qualify. Well, I know most of my entrepreneurs are building and scaling. They don't qualify for that. So I don't even it's a bunch of clickbait. Oh, get a Brex card, no hard inquiry. Get a Brex card regardless of credit. Well, what they're not telling you need $200,000 in your bank account. I think at one time they wanted you to have 100K. There was a time where the Brex wanted you to have 100K liquid in your bank account to qualify. I was like, ma'am, sir, that's why you've never. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm sharing all the business corporate cards. I am sharing Brex. But what I will say to you is, what did I say earlier? When's the right time to apply? Apply now because it's a soft inquiry. And even if you get denied, find out the reason why. If it's for revenue, then you know what you need to do. You need to invest in a business coaching strategy session to learn how to generate additional revenue for your business, or you need to work your business to earn additional revenue. But there's no harm in actually applying. But I started with Bill because they're a little bit easier to get than the other one. So this is Ramp. What does it say? Business cards that provide spending visibility and control. This is the one I just talked about. Brex. Let me go back. What did I say? There was Divvy, which is Bill. There was Capital on Tap. There's Ramp. There's Brex. Okay. Now, $10,000 benchmark. So I'm going to put 10K in the comments. I always talk about this, and I'm going to keep on talking about this because I want you to map out at least a minimum of 10K per month with your business. You must map it out to hit it, right? So you must know how much is your product or service, right? 10K. You should be making, this is the first milestone with your business, to not only make 10K, but to make it consistently, right? Not just make 10K one time, but to make it month after month after month. You must map it out. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Sometimes we can't hit a target with our business because we have not clearly mapped it out. Nugget, action. And this is a workshop, right? Go back and define, what is your product or service? Okay, how many of your product or service do you need to sell? How many clients do you need per month for you to hit 10K? I promise you, once you have clarity, then that's going to help you put together a plan to get there, right? If you have a VIP experience and it's 10K, you only need one client per month. Let's say you have a coaching program that's $1,000, but you need 10 clients per month. Let's say you have a $500 webinar, a $500 coaching program, a $500 online course. You need 20 people to enroll per month. Let's say you have $100 workshop, $100 piece of merchandise that you sell, $100 book launch program or something like that. You need 100 people per month to register. Let's say you have a smaller ticket item, like a $25 a book, a planner, a t-shirt, a digital product. We need 400 customers per month. Guys, always remember this. There's only really two business models, right? Look, right, Kevin? Right, there's only two business models. It's either going to be low ticket and high volume. So my product or service is a lower ticket item, but I need a lot of them per month. That means you're focusing heavy on marketing and sales, on reoccurring marketing, on conversion to actually get the actual $10,000 a month, or high ticket and lower amount that you need per month. All right, well, I have $1,000 program. I only need 10 clients, where I'm still focusing on marketing and sales, but I'm being very super clear about my messaging, my marketing, and my offer, because I am attracting high ticket clients and customers, whatever it is. So guys, remember, so I put 2 in the comments. You only have 2 business models. That's it. What your product or services is going to be different, but it's either going to be one of those 2 things is going to generate your 10K per month. And why do I always talk about 10K? Because I know I've been in business long enough to know that if you can hit 10K consistently, you usually have a good market fit. That means you have generally a good market, a good offer, good messaging, and you only need to scale. You said, what do you say, Kevin? Can we save this video session? I'm not good at writing crap down. I don't even read my writing. Yes, I'm gonna try and save. Look, I ain't mad at you, Kevin. Look, that's real right there. Okay, so 10K per month. Oh, and then this is my time to invite you all. Somebody put invite in the comments. Invite. I'm super excited to our Wealth on Water Mastermind, guys. This is the in-person VIP experience. So, Kevin, I want to see you there. You said you got 6K. This is scaled to multiple 6K to 7K for Wealth on Water. So it is July 13th through 17th. 2026. It's on Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas. This is a mastermind specifically for entrepreneurs. If somebody put invite in the comments, you are invited. You are invited. Registration is now open. There's only 30 spots available because this is a VIP experience. Camille was there for 2025. We were just there in July. You only need, look, come on, there go Jocelyn. Come on, Jocelyn. Look, one of our Wealth was also at Wealth on Water Mastermind 2025. You only need a deposit of $297 to secure your spot. There's only 30 spots available, and you can make monthly payments all the way through into April. But more importantly, and I mean this, guys, I see people that have an amazing product, an amazing service, and they're not making any money. They're still struggling. The purpose of Wealth on Water Mastermind is to give you the tools you need to grow and scale and to generate income. You're going to be in the room with industry leaders, including myself. We will be there. Okay. Look, come on, somebody. You said yes. Industry leaders, where you can get that one-on-one attention for our VIPs from the coaching and have mastermind sessions, have panel discussions, and more importantly, also interact, right? So it's a blend. Look, it's an innovative mastermind, whereas your luxury cruise that you deserve, that you want, and your high-level business mastermind all in one event. Okay, so you are invited. I'll put the link to that also in the description. There's a picture of us. Look, Camille's there. There go Camille. There go Camille right there. Look, there go Jocelyn. I love y'all. Right, but what's included? So you get 3 mastermind sessions. We have a welcome networking reception. We have a farewell private brunch. We're going to have expert-led, right, panel discussions, breakout sessions, Wealth Warrior meetups. You have a swag bag, a t-shirt, Wi-Fi for one device. And then for my VIPs, so I put VIP in the comments. VIP, we're also having a private beach party this year and hot seat group coaching. And we have a new sip and serve private brunch with the executive chef of Royal Caribbean's Utopia of the Seas for my VIP. So guys, the 2025 was amazing. That's why we're doing it again. But we're also focusing heavily on funding, focusing heavily on your structure on the back end to help you create income, and focusing heavily on marketing and sales, because that's one of the areas that I see that most entrepreneurs are failing in, that they have a great product or service, but they're not converting into sales. They're not making any money with their business. Okay. And why are we doing this? Right? Because look, because this is where Each of us should, 1 Peter 4 through 10, each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others as faithful stewards in God's grace in its various storms. We are in various forms. We are our gift, using our gift to help and serve other people. Now, a bonus strategy, right? A bonus strategy. This is where guys, a bonus strategy is that you use your business credit, corporate cards, fleet cards, and retail cards. And what did I say? I think I said this to Kevin earlier too. Make an appointment with your small business banker, guys. And then this is where, like Kevin, you said you're into a video into video like you're into the music industry. I know Cheryl's on here too. Cheryl has a podcast. Well, guys, business retail cards can also help you. Amazon has a business retail card for my retail people. Lowe's, Home Depot has business credit cards, right? There's also Amazon. There's also Best Buy, business cards, business cards. Those are considered retail cards. For my Airbnb people, a business Raymore and Flanagan. Come on, somebody. Look, you said nugget again, nugget again, nugget again. Guys, and so business fleet cards and business retail cards and business corporate cards are a little bit easier to get. You get those things. This is a nugget in your business name. That helps you generate a business credit profile, business credit scores, and that sets you up for some of the bigger funding, right? The business lines of credit, the business equipment financing, the business commercial loans, right? And so this is, how about mental health? Absolutely. That's a phenomenal business. How about virtual mental health counseling services? 1,000%. Guys, this last week, one of my clients, just this last week, one of my clients is an author, national best-selling speaker, and she's launching an auto business. Somebody else is a dating and relationship coach. Another one is in the skilled trade. So she helps people with like being an electrician and like helps like teens and also business owners with well, she has two businesses basically, but all with the skilled trades, and she teaches them how to launch and scale their business. Then I also had somebody in the music industry today, and then earlier in the ice machine vending business. Those are all business coaching strategy sessions like this last week and a half. Nugget right here. The success principles work for every business. That's why we have Wealth on Water Mastermind. Every business needs sales. Every business needs client or customers. Every business needs funding and capital. Every business needs systems and AI to scale. Every business needs customer service, needs follow-up. Every business needs to know marketing and sales so they can get clients and customers. Every business needs an actual service or product that they need to be able to sell and exchange. So the reason why I'm able to coach is because everybody has the same success principles that are due for one person are the same for somebody else. How you market, what you market, your messaging, that's all different, but that's an excellent business right there. And actually, we had Donnell, we had somebody, one of my close friends has a business like this with mental health, and she earned enough business with the virtual business that she now has a commercial office, I think with 15 counselors under her. Excellent business to get that up and off and running. Yes, you can monetize anything. This is also your invite to join our Wealth Warrior community. Come on, somebody. This is where, look what Camille said. I do monthly live Q&A and monthly live workshops that are outside of YouTube in my Patreon at that master's level. Okay, so you're invited. And the last thing I'll say, and this is one thing I like Kevin that shared, guys, 700 and above personal credit scores. This helps you with qualifying for personal funding, for business credit, for real estate financing. It is the foundation of leveraging to build wealth. I need y'all to hear me, especially as a business owner, especially as an entrepreneur, especially as a wealth builder. Everybody who's building wealth should aspire to have 700 and plus scores. That's going to help you with all of the other areas. It's going to give you opportunities and options, and also the rate at which you're borrowing money. Right? If I can get a business credit card that has, 15%, 8% over, another card that has 25% because I have bad credit, well, I want the lower interest rate, right? So it's all about, getting the money and leveraging, but also the rates and the options. You're going to have way more options. So if you don't know where to start, your very first thing is starting with having 700 above scores on all three credit bureaus. So one of your action items, guys, tonight is to check that. I recommend Credit Check Total or My FICO. Credit Check Total or My FICO. to get copies of your FICO credit scores from all three credit bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, okay? And we're always using our credit for what? Income producing information, like a business mastermind, a business coaching session, courses, trainings, conferences, summits, books, right? Income producing information that things that we're going to invest in, they're going to bring us back a return, or income producing assets. Some of the things are like real estate, right? That's something that we're using our credit to leverage to build wealth. Why? That way we will earn the money to pay the credit back and still have a surplus, right? So this is how you don't get over leveraged. I've been able to use my credit for things like buying my very first house at the age of 21 while only making $14 an hour. I was a teen mom at the age of 17. I also was in and out of foster care. So leveraging credit enabled me to literally change my reality for myself and for my sons. I've also been able to leverage my business credit for things like buying a Jaguar in my business name and wrapping that vehicle and using that as a marketing machine. And the entire car is a tax write-off, the wrap, a tax write-off, and the car literally every single time I drive it generates calls, leads, DMs. So it paid for itself in literally the very first year. Literally the very first year. And the entire thing was a tax write-off. And it also allowed my business to own what? Collateral. I talked about the 3 C's: credit, cash flow, collateral. Well, my business owning collateral helped me qualify. So I put qualify in the comments, helped me qualify for other types of funding. Okay. And so this is where we also have some ebooks that I can share with you guys. And right now, look, this is what Camille was talking about. Our business coaching strategy sessions are 50% off right now. You click the link, you can invest. Listen to my language. Let me say this right here. Invest. You can invest in a session, do a one-on-one call with me, and then I will help you with whatever it is that you need help with. What did you say, Camille? Camille said, "Great event, Terry's tons of nuggets delivered. Don't skim. Pay the extra for the VIP tickets." Come on, somebody, look, Wealth on Water Mastermind. I'm super excited. I haven't even announced the coaches for this year, but there's going to be new coaches, expert speakers, y'all. Somebody put expert. I had some big, heavy hitters speaking that you normally do not get a chance to interact with and sit next to at Wealth on Water Mastermind. So I'm super, super excited. But to qualify, yes, it's going to help you. That car helped me qualify for the other types of funding. But you can invest in a coaching strategy session. I will book it. This is a limited time offer. Limited time for the holidays. Okay. And then we've had people like Marie, who was also at Wealth on Water Mastermind, qualify for over almost $500,000 worth of business funding. Now she has well over that. And she used that for affordable housing. So the question, right, as believers, who could you bless if you were living in abundance? We've had people like Ebony and her husband who leveraged business credit to qualify and start their trucking business. $270,000 in funding, and they launched a trucking business. Or people like Sherry, who launched her business and now completely self-employed entrepreneur, also a real estate investor. She started with qualifying for $100K business line of credit. After what? Coaching. Now she's completely self-employed and doing phenomenal, and now also impacting other people. And so as we end, the one thing I want to say is, who's depending on your transformation? For me, I started this business not because I wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't even have YouTube when I started this business. I didn't even have my Instagram when I started this business. I started my business because I'm a single mom and I wanted to be able to have time with my sons. I have 3 sons, Tez, Devin, and Blake, and they're my reason why. I wanted to be able to be there for parent-teacher conferences. I wanted to be able to be there if I want to go on a trip. I wanted to be there. Guys, let me just say this right here. My boys now, right? My 2 youngest ones, my oldest one has moved out, right? He's 29 now. He's doing phenomenal. He has his own place, his own car. So proud of him. And I have a 17 to 18-year-old. Y'all, as a single mother of 3, can I be real for a minute? As a minority female, single mother of 3, I am here in the morning time when my boys leave for school. And I am here in the afternoon when they come home from school. They do not come home to an empty house. I am here. That has been priceless for me. I now have a home office, right? And so when I think about when I was building my brand, it wasn't because I wanted likes. It wasn't because I wanted subscribers. It wasn't even a certain dollar amount in the beginning. I wanted time freedom. So I put time in the comments. I wanted time freedom. I can hustle hard and have a one to $5,000, $10,000 day and not work the whole rest of the week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks sometimes. Y'all be surprised. It's the time freedom. I'm there. I can go to parent teacher conferences. I can chaperone the trip. When they have questions, I'm available. We can go do fun things. Do y'all understand how priceless time is? You can always, Jesus, I'm going to say this right here. You can always make more money. But the one thing none of us can get back is time. So maybe put time in the comments. You know how much time some people spend at work? You spend an hour commute to work and 10 hours at work all day, and then an hour driving home. And then it's time to get dressed. Look, you said, come on, somebody. You said, yes, ma'am, I can definitely relate with my two boys. I want to leave a legacy for them. Exactly. Amen. And I touch and agree that you are building a legacy and you will build a legacy. We all start from day one. We all start from day one. Time. I wanted time freedom. Building my business and leveraging credit has enabled me to buy back my time. What did I say earlier? I've been a completely self-employed entrepreneur since 38. I retired myself from corporate America since 38. This is not to talk about me. I'm sharing with you guys some of the knowledge, some of the things that have helped me not only retire myself and launch a successful business, but to have longevity and to scale. Because now I have an international brand with 20 streams of income, and I do one-on-one sessions so I can help you map out a plan for your business. I have a mastermind to help you map out a plan for your business, right? Time is priceless, right? So who is depending on your transformation? And my wealth warriors know, and I need to end on this. Proverbs 13:22. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. We must take time to build the wealth so we can leave the inheritance. We must take time to break that generational curse of poverty to leave the inheritance. We must take the time to not be living paycheck to paycheck and lead by example. So part of our inheritance is that they see us building. They see us building the legacy. They see us building the empire, that they follow in our footsteps because we're leading by example, right? It's priceless. It's priceless. It's priceless. It's priceless. And so we're building for our last names. We're building for our last names. Amen, y'all. So I hope that that was helpful. And so I wasn't going to so I'll repost this and I'll post a link for Wealth on Water. I'll post a link for our 50% off coaching strategy sessions. Guys, watch this back. Write a list of your action items. I told you what corporate cards are. I told you what you need to qualify. I told you the benefits. I told you how to use them. I gave you corporate card options. The biggest thing I want you guys to take back from this is that building your empire now is going to be priceless. It is by far, Jesus, by far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I've been up and I've been down. It is also by far the most rewarding, by far one of my biggest accomplishments. By far, how many of you guys have been attached to me and have had a result? It is a calling. It is an anointing. When you step out, Jesus, when you step out on faith and start building the thing that God put into your belly, and He gave you a vision for a reason. He gave you a dream for a reason. He gave you an idea for a reason. He gave you a gift for a reason. When you step out, so I put faith in the comments. When you step out on faith and start building the thing He told you to build, He will bless it. But you can't play with it. You build it one week and another week you don't do it. You talk about it sometimes. You post about it sometimes. You invest in it sometimes. No, He'll bless it abundantly. His word says, increasingly above, increasingly, exceedingly above. He will bless it. He will bless it. But you got to be real. What does it say? His word says, faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. You have to build it like you mean it. Look, you said true words. Thank you. I really did benefit from this workshop. Thank you so much, guys. Some of us will pray for, let me say this one last thing. Some of us will pray for $1 million, pray for $1 million, pray for $1 million. Guys, God is not going to give you $1 million. He's not going to send you a check. But what He will do is give you $1 million idea. What He will do is give you $1 million opportunity. What He will do is give you $1 million gift, $1 million vision, $1 million book, $1 million talent, $1 million skill. And it's up to you to do the work to grow it. So you plant the seed, you water the seed, the harvest comes. Many of us plant the seed, but we don't water it. Come on, somebody. This is for somebody. Thanksgiving is tomorrow, and I know that there's a lot of context around Thanksgiving, but the Bible tells us to give thanksgiving, right? We're grateful. We're celebrating because we're grateful. We're grateful. We're grateful, right? And so you have to water it for there to be a harvest, right? Still kicking myself in about to take it. No, but you know what? You're fine, Camille. You're fine, Camille, because Jesus, the last thing I'll say is give yourself some grace. Give yourself some grace. Everybody on here, all of your knowledge, skills, and experience got you to where you are right now. Come on, Erica. All of your knowledge, skills, and experience got you to where you are right now. We're going to give ourselves grace for the decisions that maybe we should have had a different decision, for any mistakes that we made. Sometimes some of us made decisions based on all the knowledge, skills, and experience we had at that time. And now he has blessed us with additional knowledge, additional skills, additional resources, additional communities, additional coaches to pour into us. And now when you know better, you do better. So I put better in the comments. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. If you attended this workshop, now this is the beginning of you knowing better. Now I expect you. Yup, this is my wealth warriors know I play 0 games. Now I expect you to do better. I'm not faulting you for what you didn't know. You didn't work for TransUnion. You didn't have financial literacy. We didn't talk about it at the dining room table. Many of us just came from poverty, came from the ghetto, came from parents that did the best that they could with what they had. We did not know. Come on, somebody. We did not know. But once you know better, you do better. Once you've been exposed, it's your responsibility to execute. It's your responsibility to do the work. It's your responsibility to sacrifice and to lead by example so the generations coming behind us, our sons and daughters, our nephews, our nieces, our brothers, our sisters, our godchildren are not following and continuing that cycle. When you know better, you do better. When you know better, you do better. This workshop is the beginning of you doing better. Investing in Wealth on Water Mastermind or a coaching session is the beginning of you doing better. And then after you have the information, you execute at a high level. Execute at a high level. Amen. All right, y'all. I hope that was helpful. I'll repost this. I will put the link for the one-on-one coaching sessions are 50% off right now. Investment in the pinned comments and in the description. And look, I'll just end by saying congratulations in advance on your success. Remember, there's so much more to be thankful for than to complain about. Is life perfect? Absolutely not. Has he brought us through some things? Absolutely. Has he brought us through some things? Absolutely. Look, thank you so much for being here. Time. Look, once go and come on, somebody, right? You said so good, Terry. Thank you. Said this was great. Thank you. Look, thank you so much, right? And so this is the beginning of us doing better, right? Ending 2025 with conviction, knowing that we're going to do better and going into 2026 with a plan. Amen. All right, y'all have a great night. I'll post this now, repost the links in the pinned comments and the description. Good night.